I hope you're not too full, because the best part is always saved till the last part. And so what we've shared with you so far is absolutely amazing. Who here blown away, literally blown away with what Cube 7 is about to deliver to the world over the next few weeks and by Q1 of next year? Show me your hands if you're already like super excited. Isn't that amazing? And each and every one, yep, let's give it a warm round of applause for that. Each and every one of those components, and this is the part that sometimes we don't understand, every one of those products in its own right, we own. They're in-house. And so not only can we as partners use them, and eventually our users and customers can use them, but longer term, we'll be able to resell these, white labeled, branded for companies, a product standalone that you can walk into a corporation and business anywhere in the world and sell them these tools to improve their own businesses without being linked to any other third company. There are so many multiple businesses under one roof in this concept. It's mind-blowing stuff. And so I'm super excited about that. Now, we've got the leaders on stage here today with us for a very special reason. And most of you know these gentlemen around us. You know, us guys have been very heavily involved over the last few months in running around the countries that we're in, and also running around countries that we're not in. supporting as many people as possible to get started. And that's our commitment to you guys. And you know, we're 1000% committed to your success. And you know, we have a very simple philosophy and a rule with us guys. If you step towards us, we step towards you. We don't go around running, forcing you to do stuff. We don't chase you around the buildings to get you to do things. But if you show a commitment, we'll match that commitment. And for me, it's important to have a team like that around you that you can count on, no matter where you are in the world, to know that you've got a lifeline. And here's the thing, we're duplicating that. What we do as the kind of the people that kind of, you know, started pushing the ball up the mountain in those early days. And there's a gentleman that's not here I want to recognize as well, Gary, who's unfortunately couldn't be. He was an incredible, dynamic young gentleman. He's the youngest of the team, and he's from Lebanon, but they have sometimes difficulties getting the visas to come across to different countries, and so this time he's not with us. But between us, we have, you know, as well as what we do on the ground, we have a direct contact with the CEOs, the founders, the programmers, the corporate, the head office. We have regular events and regular meetings with them. Every few weeks, they take us to different locations and really look after us, just like they've looked after you here today. You know, their standards never drop. They're very impeccable in what they do. Their standards are always very, very high. They expect the best. And for me, that speaks volumes, to be with a company that expects the best. Who's excited about that? Show me your hands. Absolutely, right? And so, and so starting as we mean to go on, as we approach this launch date of ours, and you know, today we're celebrating a very, very special moment in all of our lives. Cube 7 has got to a point where it's like, you know, just a most beautiful, you know, platform. You saw some of the interfaces, the usability, the new look, feel, touch. By show of my little volume and you know, kind of machine in my ear again, you know how that one works. See, you know, given what Martin shared with you earlier, how far they've come from when you first saw this. Represent that in terms of a sound. How excited are you now that you've seen today? Show me. Wow. And that excites me, to have something so amazingly progressed. Like, you know, and one of the things that, I don't know if you guys caught that when Christoph shared, the speed with which they make this progress is because we've got a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week machine. So when Christoph's sleeping, somebody in another country is working. And when they're sleeping, somebody in another country is working. And that's how they're able to produce such phenomenal results as quickly. Do you realize, sometimes we forget, in the business as partners, I don't know about you, but you know, we've talked about this all the time, we agree, we forget how big this project is. It's what we've taken on. It's not some little startup like every other company you've seen out there. It's not just a little idea, we get a couple of products, stick them on a website and sell them. That's not this project. What this company is doing is we're revolutionizing the internet. Are you with me? We're revolutionizing. We're about to deliver something to the world that is going to change the way that social media works. Completely. And when you understand the enormity of that project and how close we are already to delivering everything, like it's a couple of months away and everything's complete. So over the last couple of weeks, we've been having conversations with ourselves, and we've spoken to key leaders in the field. So many of you, and you've given feedback. The company's had this feedback policy over the last few weeks, right? Who here has given feedback to the company? Show me your hands if you can give feedback to the company. Thank you very much, a lot of you. That's really nice to see. And the company appreciates all of that feedback. And your feedback has allowed them to make the progress they're making. They still got a long list of to-dos that they want to complete as well for us to be completely satisfied. These guys have a mindset that they want us to be 100% satisfied with the deliverable, with the end product. Is that making sense? And so we've been giving this great feedback, and they've been hammering away, making it all, kind of come together and putting it all together beautifully. And so the conversations we had over the last few days coming up to this event was, how do we make sure that the excitement that we feel for our product is the same excitement that the end user experiences of our product? And so as partners, as Bonofa partners, we will always learn to see the best in everything that is around us. Agreed? Yeah, always. Because we have a vested interest. We own a piece of the company. We're co-entrepreneurs. And so we have a level of resilience and a level of understanding, and also share in the exceptional high standards that these guys set for us. We also like to live by the same high standards of deliverability. Make sense? All right. So, like I said, we spoke to key people in the field, and we've kind of got a feeling with all the feedback that's come through. Here's what we've come to the conclusion of amongst all the leadership and many people around the world as well, people that aren't represented here today. Here's what we're doing. We are switching Cube 7 on Monday morning to every single friend that you have already invited onto this beautiful platform. Give that a warm round of applause. Woo! And I know the premiums have been doing like one a day every day, and the exclusives have been going for their 5 a day, and the VIPs, the 20 a day, and so many people upgraded. So many people upgraded to have the luxury of sending 20 a day because they don't want their friends to end up going to somebody else. And so, they've been getting those 20 a day. I don't know how many you're at, but I know some of you have been telling me how you've got 100, 200, 300 friends, clocking up in that back office that are pre-registered. For that, congratulations. So we've got, a few thousand already lined up, and the world doesn't even know we exist. And that's exciting. So your friends now here's the important part. Spoke to Christoph as well yesterday, and Christoph was telling us that at the moment, of all of the emails that we sent out to everybody, of all of those invites that we sent out, approximately 10 to 15% have already accepted. Now, again, we know that there are some people that didn't get their emails. They got into junk or spam. So the point I want to make here is make sure we follow up with the invites that you've sent. Is that making sense? You must follow up with the invites that you've sent to get those activated as well. Very, very important to do that. Now, once we've got all of our close friends onto the platform, here's what we decided to do. Is now we had a couple of choices, right? The corporate guys were like, let's go live, it's fine, we're ready, let's deliver this, and then we'll build the leftover components as we go along. Now, here was our view, is that social media is a very, very sensitive space, right? And so when somebody comes on for the very first time, I want, and we want, and the leaders want, the experience of that user to be 1000% wow. Not, oh, I can't wait for that to come. I can't wait for this function to go live. Does that make sense? We want it to be that they come on and every single thing that Cube 7 represents is 100% functional, live, and ready to go on the spot. So here's what we decided to do, is we're going to take all of our existing customers and go live on Monday, and then ask them for feedback, just like the partners gave feedback, but now it will be from a user perspective. Is that making sense? And we continue to invite people. We continue to invite users onto the platform, just like we have been, but by conversation. No mass marketing, no spamming, no kind of blanket carpet marketing strategies. Have conversations with people. Let them know the bigger picture. Say, listen, I am part of a picture. I'm working with some very, very powerful people that are about to launch one of the most exciting and revolutionary platforms in the world. And I'm looking for friends to come and give me feedback and give our company feedback on this platform so that we can make it the best platform that exists in the world, bar none. So who here has still got lots and lots of people to invite? Show me your hands if you've got lots of more people we want to invite. Excellent. Okay, good. So you're going to be able to do that. Now here's what we decided not to do. What we didn't want to do is have our users inviting all of their friends straight away. We could do this. But again, we sat and we talked and we said, you know what? Given how beautiful this is, we don't want anyone to come on and then have to wait to come back again in a month or 2 months to have a look again. We want them to come on stage. It's called stickability. What is it called? Stickability. The internet, one of the biggest components in those 5 factors is time spent on the platform. That adds a massive value to the IPO. I don't know about you, but me, I'm excited about the opportunity to be a part of an IPO. How many of you had the opportunity to be a part of an IPO before? Doesn't happen often. Doesn't happen often at all. And so for me, it's so crucial that we get it right. We get our delivery right to the world. So here's the thing. What we're going to do, invite users ourselves, continue to build your own accounts, but our customers, let them know that they're coming in to give us feedback. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Fantastic. And then once we get this second level of feedback, because this feedback's different to our feedback. Our feedback was partner feedback. This feedback is user feedback, customer feedback. Making sense? And so once we get this, we polish off the corners, we make the edges smooth, and we finish off the last few pieces of the jigsaw. And here's what the owners have now committed to us as part of the co-entrepreneurship conversation. They said, how about you tell us when to launch? We won't tell you when to go live to the rest of the world. The partners tell the company when this platform goes live. Who's excited about that? The decision's in our hands. Who's excited about? Look around. That's amazing, isn't it? And so again, which other company have you been with that says you tell us? We're not telling you. You tell us. And so now as a team, as a family, we can make the decision to press the buttons to the world so that their first impact is a wow impact. Is this making sense? A what impact? So, but that's not a wow, is it? See, that's kind of you go online and it's like, oh wow. Which is okay, but I want a wow impact, like a Martin Bonofa, that kind of an impact. So that kind of a wow sounds different. How does that wow sound? I want one of those. Imagine every one of the customers that comes on afterwards that doesn't know about Bonofa. Because that's what we've got to understand. People on Cube 7 will not know Bonofa exists. That people are making money off the platform unless a Bonofa partner tells them. Is this making sense? They're two separate entities. People on Cube 7, it's just social media. They come on, you're using the platform, and they just have to go, wow. So that's the good news about that. And then I want to share one other thing that just happened literally before we got on stage with Bodhi and Christian. And it's really amazing. And, they said, Couch is such a beautiful day. The whole day has just gone amazingly. And the conversations by the bar and the food, the buffet area and the coffee area, just in between. We made a point to go and speak to as many people as possible to just get a feel of where everyone's at and, the excitement levels. And, man, I get goosebumps thinking about what's going to happen out of this weekend in terms of productivity. I've spoken to a few of you. You guys told me that you believe your organization will double within the next couple of weeks. I'm like, wow. Look at that big, massive yes there as well, right? Caribbean's on its way. So there's a lot of work to do, a lot of activity to be done. Make sure you've got as many partners in your organization as possible, as quickly as possible, to again take advantage of this situation. But isn't it beautiful how the same words are being used around? Bodhi comes up to me and says, Kalps, this really is beginning to feel like a family. It's special. It's like, this is becoming a home where you belong. And then literally in the middle of our conversation, Christian comes up and he says, Kalpesh, let's build this family. And earlier on, literally about 2 hours ago, I'm sat there on my phone. I showed them on my phone. I made a note on my phone, family first. We've got to protect this baby first. protect our business. I said it earlier on as well. Do not let other people know what we're up to. Is this making sense? Is it making sense? Yes. No one should know. Shh. All they know, something crazy is about to happen, and they need to, if they want to know, they got to come on the inside. Where did that have to be? On the inside, not on the outside looking in. They got to get in. We've got a guest here today. I just want to acknowledge this gentleman very quickly. Leroy, where are you? I can't see you. Leroy. Leroy invites a friend. He meets a gentleman, invites him to come over to the event this weekend. The guy has never seen a presentation, knows nothing about Bonofa, knows nothing about Cube 7. Leroy said, listen, we're launching something really exciting in Germany this weekend. The guy said, I'm in, let's book the ticket. And the gentleman's here today. Where is he, Leroy? Where's your friend? Here he is. The gentleman knew nothing about what was going on. He's come here today, he's sat there, he's listened, he's fallen in love with the family. And I just in the last break sat down and he turned around to Leroy and said, so how do I sign up to this thing? That's special. When you can invite someone and say, listen, we're launching, can you imagine the enthusiasm and excitement in Leroy's voice? That's what we've got here. What's so exciting that we can use that kind of power, that what we've got is so beautiful. You need to come and get on the inside without information. Come and have a look directly. So that's that part. We've got a lot more coming now. Now there's also something that is going to be announced tonight that's going to put a lot more money in your pocket. Who likes more money in their pocket? All right, I love this company for that. They're always looking at ways. How do they put money in their pocket? And they've got more ways. So I'm going to pass it back to Christian just to round off with a few kind words. And then we'll get the rest of the speakers on the show. Thank you very much, guys and girls. Christian.
Thank you, my friend. So, I think this is very good news. We have to protect our family. And the next news, I even didn't know it before yesterday. Martin showed me something in the office 2 days ago that really blew my mind away. It was far than I ever expected from this company. And this is what we want to do now. We want to show you the first source of, I guarantee you, amazing income in the future with Cube 7.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm honored to sit here with you. We're not going to do a testimonial yet. That's for after the next presentation of Martin. I just want to say, you all guys, that I am incredibly proud to have this amount of people on my team being here. Who is from my team? All right, fantastic. I think you should give yourself a round of applause for being here now. Thank you. So, as I said, I'm not going to talk a lot. I still have 3 minutes left somewhere in the evening, so I'll keep the best for those 3 minutes. So I will give over to Frank van Zon, a great networker, businessman, and a good friend of mine. And we just keep it very short till Martin comes up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Frank van Zon, as Bodhi stated. Thanks, Bodhi. I'm not going to ask my team members to cheer for me, since they are divided over 100 plus countries already. So they weren't possible to make it all over here. But you can give me an applause if you want to. I want to thank you all for being here. One thing I want to point out, look around you, and what you see is a fellow entrepreneur. And that's something special, because usually when you go to any event, you look around you, you're just an attendee. But look around you here, you're surrounded by people who are going to be successful. And we know it, we're up here. But all of you have the real chance to be up here as well. And that can be weeks from now or months from now. So go on with what you've been doing. We're proud of all of you. Thank you for supporting my team and by building this company big. And I'm going to hand it over to, to Frankie. Okay, he's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, it says that, you know, the average person comes across an opportunity once in their life. The opportunity once in my life is the phone call that Christian gave us. You know, when he told me he walked away from $100,000 a month, I said, you're in dream world. He did a little Join Me, a simple program called joinme.com. He brought me into his back office. And, you know, the average person in network marketing dreams of that income. And this gentleman walked away from it. That tells you we got something special here. I'm going to tell you, folks, if you do not see this business now, you need a checkup from the neck up. Simple as that. You need your head examined. We've got something special here. As I said, it's family, and we own the business. And that is the key, ladies and gentlemen. We own part of this company. I know from talking to the room today, there's a lot of people who have experience in the industry. You know, some of them, you know, a lot more success maybe than I have. But I will tell you this. We have an opportunity to create history with a company. Because I know you went out and built teams in other companies in the past and maybe made some very, very serious money. You know, like Christian has made some very serious money. But the question you should ask yourself is, that company that Christian walked away from, how much money did he make that owner? That's your opportunity here today. You are now the owner of this company. So you decide the ceiling on your income and how hard you want to work. So with that, I'll hand it back.